Hello, it's Christine here with the Express to Impress podcast. Do you know the best answers to common job interview questions? In a previous episode, you learned how to answer, "Can you tell me about yourself?" It was a big hit and has been downloaded more than 150 times and counting. So today, I want to share some more job interview tips. Specifically, you'll learn how to answer another common job interview question: why should we hire you? Don't go anywhere. If you like my podcast, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive notifications whenever I post a new episode. You can subscribe anywhere you download podcasts, like Apple Podcasts, on my YouTube channel, or my website at www.express-to-impress.com. Now let's begin. In this episode, we'll quickly revisit your 3 goals in every job interview, since these goals will influence every answer and every interaction you have during the interview. You'll then learn why employers ask, "Why should we hire you?" Hear how one of my clients who got a job offer answered the question, and get tips on how to answer it. Let's quickly revisit your 3 goals in every job interview. First, you need to communicate the value you offer. What do you bring to the table that other candidates don't? What makes you capable of performing the job? What can you do for the company to make things better? The content of your answers, combined with your poise, delivery style, and communication skills, inform the interviewer of the value you offer. Second, you have to convince the interviewer you are a good fit. Your interviewer has to be convinced you would fit well into the culture and that you share the company's values. Third, you must come across as likable. Your interviewer has to feel good around you. They have to feel so comfortable that they wouldn't mind seeing you nearly every day. They have to believe that they would get along well with you, enjoy your company, and be productive alongside you. Now you know your goals for an interview, so let's take a closer look at why employers ask, "Why should we hire you?" Have you arrived at an interview only to realize that the hiring manager barely knows your name, not to mention the information on your resume you spent hours writing? In this case, an applicant tracking system likely identified you as meeting the qualifications for the role. It's the hiring manager's job to figure out if you stand out from your competitors in some way regarding skills, likability, or culture fit. Hiring managers earn their keep by hiring employees who immediately fit in, make positive contributions to the company, and stick around so that their investment pays off. But amid COVID-19 layoffs, hiring managers are flooded with applications from qualified job applicants. How can you possibly identify the one candidate who is better than the others? For starters, they can put the ball in your court. Asking the question, "Why should we hire you?" is the hiring manager's way of saying, "Look, I know you're qualified. That's why I'm talking with you. I want to hire you, but I need a darn good reason to justify it to my superiors. Do you offer something unique that other candidates don't? What results can you produce that would be worth investing in your onboarding, training, and salary?" Now let's continue to the story section of the episode. I'll share an answer to "Why should we hire you?" prepared by a professional who was making some major career shifts. As always, to protect my client's privacy, I changed identifying details. My client, which we'll call Thad, completed education training as well as an audit and accounting internship in China. Then he had some major life changes. He moved to the US with his family. When he came to me, he had been living in the US for a couple of years. Thad had begun a master's in taxation program and was working on improving his English communication skills. He wanted my help in landing a taxation internship for a well-known professional services company in the US. By the end of our mock interview, here's how our conversation went. "So Thad, why should we hire you?" "Thank you for asking. Yes, I believe 3 things set me apart from other candidates. First of all, I have a solid accounting background, which most people don't have when entering the tax field. I studied accounting for 7 years, earning my bachelor's and master's degrees in accounting in China. Since accounting principles and practice form the basis for tax assessment, I believe my accounting background will allow me to be a great taxation professional. Secondly, I have 1 year of work experience directly related to accounting. So I've applied accounting principles in real-life scenarios, and I'm comfortable working in a demanding office environment. I learned so much about real work during that time, and I believe I would require less training and supervision at your company than other new interns. The final thing that sets me apart is my unique perspective and understanding of the U.S. tax system. I am in my 2nd year at Golden State University in their Masters of Taxation program, where I have completed tax research, business entities, and tax provision classes. While learning about the U.S. tax system, I constantly compare and contrast it with the Chinese tax system. Studying 2 tax systems has helped me to develop this unique perspective and strong critical thinking skills. I believe these skills and knowledge will allow me to make good judgments and assessments, and in some cases know what questions to ask to make the right decision as an intern at your company. As you can see, that covered a lot while answering, why should we hire you? He turned a potential weakness, his non-traditional background, into a strength, showing how it would allow him to be great at his job and contribute to the company. And it paid off. He got the taxation internship and advanced to a tax associate position within the company. Let's take a closer look at how you can answer, why should we hire you? Believe me, you want an employer to ask, why should we hire you? It's your chance to cut through the noise and tell them exactly what is unique about you. While you cannot possibly know other applicants' qualifications, you can sell yourself to the best of your ability, stating the things that would make you really great at the job, and convincing the hiring manager you're ready to hit the ground running. If an employer wants to talk to you about a job, especially if they want to talk to you 2, 3, or more times, they believe you are qualified. They're talking with an increasingly small number of qualified candidates and looking for what's unique about them. They want to select the person that will bring the most value to the company. So when an employer asks why they should hire you, you need to tell them what you can do and how it will improve their company. Your answer should include 2 parts. First, identify 3 to 4 attributes or strengths you have that make you suited for the role. Ideally, you'll pick unique strengths or attributes that other candidates will not have. Second, explain how you can use those attributes or strengths to deliver results for the company. When thinking about what skills and attributes to mention, consider those you developed in your career as well as unrelated jobs or hobbies. Here are some examples. I am fluent in English, Spanish, and French. While mechanical engineering is my specialty, I'm also good at sales, which I learned while working at an Apple retail store for 2 years during university. Outside of serving patients as a physician, I love sharing pearls of wisdom with others, and I have built a large Twitter following. I'm good at helping people stay level-headed when something irritates them. Once you have identified your skills and attributes, it's time to show how you can apply them. I suggest using I can statements to allow the employer to envision your possible contributions clearly. After you share a skill or attribute, you can say, I can. Then say a verb, and then give a description. Let's look at some examples of I can statements. I can increase sales, market share, or employee retention. I can decrease customer complaints, mistakes, or inefficiencies. I can expand brand recognition, services, or franchises. I can reduce expenses, accidents, or office waste. I can establish new processes, policies, and procedures. I can improve workplace morale, team productivity, or staff communication. Finally, let's look at an example where we combine the two parts. I'm good at helping people stay level-headed when something irritates them. So when someone on your product development team grows frustrated with another team member, I can talk them through the situation, giving them different perspectives and diffusing the situation before it escalates to conflict. That's it, guys. Now you know how to answer, why should we hire you? Next week, tune in to improve your English skills. You'll learn definitions of phrases and idioms from this episode and learn how to use the Express to Impress podcast to improve your English communication skills. If you're a non-native English speaker working with native English speakers, you won't want to miss it. Leave a comment below telling me if this episode was helpful for you. And what other common job interview questions do you think are hard to answer? What job interview tips do you need? Leave a comment with your answer. If you like this video, remember to rate it and subscribe to my channel. Every week, I will post a new episode with stories and tips on how to communicate clearly, confidently, and effectively in job interviews and the workplace. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Express to Impress. If you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. See you next time. Bye.